First things first, I want to turn on the power to the mics, to the soundboard. You just heard the mics turn on up in the front. These at the bottom here are covered for a reason, so we don't touch those, we leave those covered. Next thing you want to do is come over here, turn everything on over here, which is pretty easy. Just go ahead and turn this on for the sake of it. Back here there's a switch that goes up and down. See, that just came on. Down here. And back here that you press. See, now that's on. We want to turn on this screen, which is the button down at the bottom on this side. The soundboard comes on automatically when you turn on the power over on the wall that we were just at, so we don't need to do anything with that right now. But down here at the bottom, we want to flip that on. You want to hit this button here so that you see number 1 come on. I'm going to hit this button, the one on the right side, so you see number 1 come on. You just heard the mics in the front come on. Now we see that the camera here is not showing on the screen there. So when that happens, we want to make sure that we have the cameras turned on, and we see only number 2 is on right now. That's why we see 2 up there. Is the only one that's being on. I'm going to hit hold power and 1. Now we see it's on. That's the wall there. I'm just using this knob here, obviously, to maneuver, and you want to turn it to pull in and out or to zoom in and out. And right now I'm zooming out and I'm pulling this over so that it's better positioned. I think it's a good idea to kind of leave it on the congregation, because you do have this other camera 2, that stays on the pulpit. That's just my preference, no big deal. So let's see what we have on the computer right now. Media shout go up, so we can have something on the projector once we turn the projector on. And I'm just gonna press this first, well, this second one here, just because, no specific reason. All right, so this is what we're gonna see over here on the right side, the viewer number 1 screen at the top right, once we do have the projector on. And there's a TV to the far left over there on the wall. I'm going to walk over there and turn that on. And because this button here is red, that means it's on, and it's going to show whatever is playing from the computer up on the big screen and on the TV over there. So let's turn on the TVs. We're going to grab the Zenith remote control to turn on the TV that's on the left side over there on the wall. And we're going to grab the small Sanyo, silver Sanyo remote control. You kind of have to get under it, so you can't be very far from it. Alright, so that just came on. And see, it's showing whatever is on the computer, which right now is Media Shout. Now, the hard part, the projector. My advice is to come up on the pulpit, and you want to get as close as you can underneath this projector. Come to the left of the pulpit, point toward that little black box under the projector. You want to give it a good firm push 1 time. So get as close as you can up there, extend your hand, and then, all right, so nothing has happened yet. And we do have to try this a few times. So you can see it's coming on, and it just took a few times of trying. Let's turn around and you see there it is on. You maybe want to give it a 1-2 hold, like a hold 1-2 release. Wait, see if it loads up. If it doesn't load up in about 5 to 10 seconds or so, give it another 1-2 push. Now that has worked for me today. And other times I've had to give it a firm push, maybe like a 3-4 hold push, and it came on then. So it may just be a trial and error thing until we get the hang of it. Come up to the edge, turning off the projector. You hit standby once, release it, and then you hit standby again. So right now I've turned things off in the back, so now it's just doing this because everything in the back is off. So you want to come here, get as close as you can, extend, power. I hit the power once, it didn't really catch, right? That's the thing, it doesn't catch all the time, so you have to try it one more time. See it went off. Now again, it's just a matter of pressing this for a 2 count, releasing it, seeing the power off sign up there on the projector, and then pressing it again for a 2 count. And it's trial and error. Today it may be a 2 count, tomorrow it may be a 1 count, the next day it may be a 4, but it works. You just have to get close enough to that projector IR extender under that platform, and it'll catch. So while we're here, we want to go ahead and make sure our microphones are good to go. Right now the microphone is off, and to turn on this specific microphone, this is it says channel 2 on it. It's not hard. All you want to do is press down this power button here above mute, and it comes on. To turn it off, you just want to do the same thing. Hold it down for a 2 count and release. That's it. For this microphone that says pastor on it and the number 16, there's a red button under there, and once you press that for a 2 count, the screen comes on here. So let's do that. So now we see it's on. Same idea to turn it off. You want to press the red button again. And actually you want to give it like a 2 count release and then a 1 count press. So 2 count press, release, and then a 1 count press, and that turns it off. And that's pretty much it. So remember to take these remote controls back to the workstation. So we can see the projector's on, the TV on the back is on, and everything back here are on. Okay, so you see what it's doing because I'm like touching here and I'm doing things now. This projector is controlled by a wireless antenna, which is right here on the edge. But you know, you can always move this antenna here. I think it's set right now at a good position. The only problem is just, you know, still that if you're sitting back here and you're moving and you can't help but moving, you know, moving around, it affects the picture up there. So if it becomes too cumbersome, you can try to adjust this antenna, and it could very well be that some of these wires are not secured. So we don't want to rearrange any of the wiring. We just want to make sure that they're all secured. And in my searching here, I find that this is a little loose. I'm gonna tighten it up. Hopefully that helps. I'm gonna tighten all these things back here to make sure that they're very secure. Anything wireless, obviously, you know, is very sensitive to loose connections, and that blue one back there doesn't get any tighter than that. So these are all in. This is actually loose. I don't know where that goes, so don't try to hook it up to something. All these things, just want to tighten them so that they're very secure, because the projector is very important for service. If you see it's blinking in and out, you just want to adjust the antenna and make sure that your connections are tight. You don't want to disconnect or rearrange any of the wiring, okay? Because we have a media team that comes out and can do that. All right, so now let's just kind of switch gears and turn this thing over to DVD. Camera 1, well, which really is DVD. And you see on the screen now, it's a DVD playing. I'm gonna hit play down here. It says play up there. There's no audio coming out of that right now. I am not an audio tech, so I do not want to mess with this stuff. The main training here is to show you the video. To get to the live feed on the cameras up there, you can see that the monitor here is being displayed on the projector. So let's kind of go over it. DVD here at the top, you press that, it shows you whatever's in the DVD. All right, if you want to go to the live cameras, you hit the button directly next to it, you hit the second button, which is AV2. Takes you, shows you the whatever's on this screen will show on the projector screen, and it should also be showing the same images back there on this TV back here to the far left. Transitioning, see the monitor is changing and it goes like that. And then lastly, if you want to play your media shout, whatever is on the computer, hit comp and it switches to comp. So that's essentially it. I hope this video kind of helped. My final suggestion would be that the media ministry that comes in to run this stuff comes in 15 or 20 minutes before services to get everything up and running smoothly. And if you need any assistance, refer back to this video, and I do hope that you see some improvement in the services to come.